Some days, just getting out of bed feels like a major victory, so the idea of cleaning? It can feel impossible. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. Energy isn't what it used to be, and motivation comes and goes. But today, I tried something surprisingly simple. No long to-do list. No heavy lifting. Just one small action that helped clear the mess and the mental fog. And honestly, it changed how I felt about the whole day. If you're feeling stuck, tired, or overwhelmed by the clutter, stick with me, because what I'm about to share could be the tiny shift you need to feel better, without wearing yourself out. If you've ever looked at the dishes in the sink, the clutter on the floor, or the dust on your nightstand and thought, I just can't today, you're not alone, and you're definitely not lazy. You're human. Some days, the energy just isn't there. And as we age, even simple tasks can feel heavier than they used to. But here's the truth. Cleaning doesn't have to mean scrubbing for hours or tackling the whole house at once. Sometimes, it's as small as standing up, picking up one thing, wiping down one surface. It may seem like nothing, but those little wins add up. And on the hard days, that's more than enough. Today, I want to share 3 tiny cleaning actions that take less than 5 minutes each, but they can shift how your space looks and how your mind feels. These aren't deep cleaning projects or overwhelming chores. They're small steps designed for days when motivation is low and energy is limited. Because the truth is, even the smallest effort can create a sense of control, calm, and clarity. If you've been feeling stuck, scattered, or just too tired to start, this is for you. We'll keep it simple, gentle, and doable. Let's begin, because small steps really can make a big difference. Step 1. The 1-minute reset. Let's start with something incredibly small, but surprisingly powerful. Pick one surface in your home that you see often. It could be the end table next to your chair, the nightstand by your bed, or maybe that one kitchen counter where everything seems to land. Now, set a timer for 60 seconds. That's right, just 1 minute. In that 1 minute, your only goal is to reset that one surface. Not the whole room, not the entire house, just that one small area. Start by tossing out any trash, a receipt, a tissue, a snack wrapper. Next, straighten what's still useful. Stack the remote neatly. Put the book back where it belongs. Fold the blanket or smooth out the magazine. If something doesn't belong there, set it aside. You don't have to deal with it right now, just clear it from that space. When the timer goes off, stop. You're done. Even if you didn't finish everything, stop anyway. The goal here isn't perfection. It's momentum. A small, manageable win. Because here's the thing. Clutter doesn't just live on our surfaces. It builds up in our minds. And when everything around you looks chaotic, it can make you feel like you're falling behind or losing control. That feeling can be especially heavy as we get older, when energy is limited, and tasks that once felt simple now feel overwhelming. But the beauty of this 1-minute reset is that it helps you reclaim a sense of calm without exhausting yourself. One small area, 1 minute, and suddenly, the space feels lighter. You feel a little more in control, and that subtle emotional shift matters more than you might think. You see, motivation doesn't come before action. It often comes after we start. That's why doing something small is so effective. It gets you moving without feeling like you're setting yourself up for failure. It reminds you that you're still capable, still in charge of your space, even if you move a little slower than you used to. And if you're someone who tends to feel guilty for not getting enough done, let me say this clearly. Doing 1 minute of something still counts. It matters. You matter. Now, here's a little trick. Pick a surface. You look at first thing in the morning or last thing at night. That way, the small reset you do today can help. You start or end your day with just a little more peace tomorrow. You don't need energy to do everything. You just need enough to do one small thing. And sometimes, that's all it takes to shift the whole tone of your day. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, start with the 1-minute reset. Because even a tiny step forward is still forward. Are you ready for the next small win? Step 2 is coming up, and it's one of my favorites. 2. The 3-item declutter. Now that you've completed the 1-minute reset, let's build on that progress with another small, meaningful step. This time, it's called the 3-item declutter. Here's all you need to do. Grab a small basket, a shopping bag, or even an old tote, anything you can carry easily. Then, take a slow walk through your room, your hallway, or any space where clutter seems to collect. As you move, gently look around and choose just 3 things that you no longer need, use, or want. That's it. Just 3. You're not clearing out a whole closet. You're not doing a deep clean. You're simply lightening the load, a little at a time. And yes, 3 items might seem too small to matter. But those 3 items are more powerful than you think. Why? Because when we carry things we don't need, whether it's a chipped mug, a dusty magazine stack, or an extra pair of shoes we haven't worn in years, it quietly drains us. Clutter doesn't just take up physical space. It takes up mental space. It weighs on our energy, our peace of mind, and even our ability to focus and relax. Especially as we age, our surroundings start to matter more. A calmer environment makes everyday tasks easier, and it can have a direct impact on our mood and overall well-being. But that doesn't mean the solution is to overhaul the whole house overnight. In fact, doing too much at once often leads to burnout or giving up entirely. That's why we take it slow, on purpose, 3 items at a time. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to decide where everything goes right now. You're not organizing. You're just releasing what no longer serves you. You can throw it out. You can put it in a donation bag. You can set it aside to deal with later. But what matters most is that you noticed it, made a decision, and let it go. That's progress. Now, take a moment. Look at that basket or bag with just 3 things in it. It might not seem like much, but your space is lighter. And chances are, you feel a little lighter too. Decluttering isn't about getting rid of everything. It's about creating room for what matters. Room to breathe, room to rest, room to enjoy what's still here and what's still good. And here's something else to keep in mind. The more often you do this simple 3-item practice, the easier it becomes. You start to trust your own judgment again. You become less attached to stuff and more attached to peace. Some days you might only find 1 thing, and that's perfectly okay. Other days, 3 might turn into 5 or 10, and you'll realize how much you were ready to release. But for now, stick with 3, because 3 is enough. And the feeling you get from letting go, even just a little, can be surprisingly freeing. If you're following along, I want to encourage you to try this right after the video ends. Set down the phone or tablet, grab that basket, and find 3 things. It'll take less than 5 minutes, and the emotional payoff can last the rest of the day. Coming up next is step 3, the sit-down sweep. And it's especially helpful if you're low on energy or dealing with mobility issues. Because yes, you can still tidy up without even standing up. Let's keep going, 1 gentle step at a time. 3. The sit-down sweep. Yes, you absolutely can clean without standing up. This next method is especially for those days when standing for too long just isn't an option. Maybe your knees hurt. Maybe your back's giving you trouble. Or maybe you're simply low on energy. Whatever the reason, you can still take care of your space from a seated position. I call it the sit-down sweep. Here's how it works. Find a sturdy chair in a room that could use a little attention. This could be your kitchen, your bedroom, or your favorite spot in the living room. Once you're seated, grab a lightweight broom, a long-handled duster, or even a reacher tool or grabber, whatever feels easiest in your hands. Then, take a few slow, gentle sweeps around your chair, underneath it, beside it, behind you, if you can reach. You'll be surprised what gathers underfoot without us noticing. Crumbs, dust bunnies, even that missing earring you thought was long gone. No pressure to get every corner. No need to strain. Just do what you can from where you are. If something needs picking up and it's safe to reach it with your tool, go ahead. If not, simply make a mental note or ask someone later. This is about progress, not perfection. Now, you might be wondering, does this really make a difference? It does. Not just in how your floor looks, but in how you feel. Because there's something empowering about knowing you can still care for your space, even from a seated position. It reminds you that your environment is still yours, still within your influence, even if your body needs more care than it used to. And here's something else to consider. Doing this once a day, even for just a couple minutes, helps prevent buildup. It makes those bigger cleanups less overwhelming later on. It gives you a small routine you can feel proud of without pain, without stress, and without standing for more than you're able. For some, this might seem like not enough. But if you've lived long enough, you know better. You know the power of a small, steady effort. The way little habits add up to a more peaceful life. So whether you clear one corner or sweep the whole area around you, this moment is a win. And if you're ever too tired to do a full sit-down sweep, Just reach down and toss away a piece of lint. Straighten the rug with your foot. That's enough. You are enough. Let me share something personal for a moment. There was a week not long ago when I just couldn't find the motivation to clean anything. I told myself I'd just sit and scroll on my tablet, maybe try again tomorrow. But as I sat there, I noticed the floor around my chair was dusty. So I grabbed the little broom that was leaning against the wall and gave it a few quick sweeps. It wasn't much, but it shifted something in me. I didn't clean the whole room. I didn't vacuum or mop, but I felt like I'd done something. And that something gave me the confidence to do a little more the next day. That's what the sit-down sweep is all about. Doing what you can, from where you are, with what you've got. So if today's a low-energy day, this is your moment. Take a seat, pick up your broom or duster, and give yourself permission to do less, but still feel proud. Because aging doesn't mean giving up control. It just means finding kinder, easier, more realistic ways to care for your space and yourself. Before we wrap up, here's a little teaser for what's coming next in the video. Coming up, what I do when I can't even start a 1-minute task. Because yes, even the tiny steps we've covered so far can still feel like too much sometimes. And that's okay. I'll share what's helped me move forward on my hardest days. Next, my favorite trick to clean without ever leaving the chair. We'll talk about creating a mini cleaning kit that lives right next to you. So tidying up can be as simple as reaching into a drawer. Because some days, the hardest part is getting started, and if you've made it this far in the video, you've already done that. Let's keep going. You're doing more than you realize. There was a morning last winter I won't forget. I was sitting in my robe, wrapped in a blanket, drinking cold coffee I'd already reheated twice. I'd been in that chair for almost 2 hours, just staring. The table in front of me was a mess. Mail I hadn't opened, a coffee-stained napkin, pill bottles, receipts, a coffee mug from the day before. I used to be someone who cleaned as I went, someone who tidied up without thinking twice. But that morning, the idea of doing anything felt like too much. It wasn't just about the clutter, it was how I felt inside. Foggy, frustrated, a little ashamed, but mostly stuck. And then, almost out of nowhere, a little voice in my head said, just pick up one thing. Not clean the whole table, not finish the task, just one thing. So I picked up the napkin and tossed it. That's it. One small move. But something interesting happened. That one move led to another. I picked up the receipts and put them in a drawer. I grouped the pill bottles. I carried the mug to the sink. And little by little, the table started to look less chaotic, and so did my mind. I didn't clean the whole room. I didn't turn into a productivity machine. But I did enough to shift the energy. Enough to feel proud. Enough to feel like myself again, even if just a little. Sometimes we forget that the hardest part of any task is starting. And when you're older, when your energy isn't predictable, when your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to, when the world moves faster than you do, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind, or like you should be doing more. But here's what I've learned, and what I remind myself often. You don't have to do it all to make a difference. One small action can break the mental fog. One motion, just standing, tossing, wiping, can create a shift. Not just in your space, but in your spirit. So if you've ever had a morning like mine, where even looking at the mess feels like too much, know this. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are simply overwhelmed. And overwhelmed people don't need a giant solution. They need a starting point. For me, that day, the starting point was a crumpled napkin. What might yours be? Look at this space now. No, I didn't clean the whole house. I didn't reorganize every drawer or scrub every corner. But I took a few small steps, and already, it feels different. I feel different. Because I started. And that's enough. Your home doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to impress anyone. It just needs to feel like you again. A place where you can breathe. A space that reflects comfort, not pressure. Progress, not perfection. So if all you do today is clear one surface, toss 3 things, or sweep from your chair, celebrate it. That small effort, it counts. It shifts energy. And sometimes, that's all we need to feel a little more like ourselves again. What's one small space you could reset today? Your nightstand? A kitchen corner? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to feature your ideas in an upcoming video. And if this helped, even just a little, tap the thumbs up and hit subscribe. There's more gentle, realistic help coming your way. Because progress doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes, it's just one calm step at a time.